Hello everybody and welcome back to AWK Plays Pokemon Leafgreen. Today I'm joined by Kai from Civilization and Andy from a cave in the Iraqi mountains. Hello you two.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes. Sadly we've had some slight issues with Andy's recording setup and he's now working off an iPad.
Andy's recording setup, your laptop, and my weak bladder. Is that?
Yeah. This episode's been a little while in the coming. I'm not going to lie. On the plus side, we know the first sort of 5 seconds of this intro really well.
I think we changed each time.
Really well.
Really. Anyway, that's enough breaking the fourth wall. Or is it? No, it's not. We've already beaten most of these trainers. This is where we came to grind Pikachu. So all the trainers you can avoid, we've already beaten. There would have been a citrus berry, I think it's a citrus berry, just there in that dark spot, which is excellent. Heals Pokemon for 30 HP. Pick it up. And just here, hidden slightly better, is a rare candy, which will raise your Pokemon's level by 1, which is lovely. I'm saving all my rare candies to use at the end of the game for when it takes longer to go up levels, because why not? This bug catcher is the only one of the trainers who might give you a bit of a problem. He has a level 20 Butterfree. It knows some nasty status moves and hits you quite hard with confusion. So he's, just a word of warning before you step into him with one Pokemon with half health left, expecting a load of Weedles. Anyway, these two trainers we haven't beaten yet, so let's take the plunge. That was some efficiency right there on that intro, tell you what.
Well, we've done it, 5 times now?
4, I think. If it'd be optimistic, I'd say 4. So much has gone wrong.
It's just a poor time to be Facebooking, isn't it? It's just, sorry.
You're inviting doom and destruction upon this take, Carl.
It's gonna involve spontaneous laughter from me.
Please don't.
Although on the plus side, you'd be happy to know that someone else is having laptop troubles.
What, is it you?
Oh no, I've been having laptop troubles for a while now, but no, the person I'm talking to, yeah.
No names, please.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say names, but in fact we should just start this thing again, shouldn't we?
No. No. We shall fight them on the beaches, we shall fight them on the landing zones. We shall fight them in the fields and in the villages, we shall never surrender.
Can't be asked with that.
That's a bit of Churchill for you there, I'll tell you what.
You can tell who does history here.
Pretty much. Oh. Mind you, Andy's bios have been pretty terrible. I'm not sure he does science, to be honest. Aren't you supposed to be a biologist, Andy?
No.
What are you?
Biochemist.
That's what I said, biologist.
Not a biologist, it's more chemist if anything.
He knows how to make things explode.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Anyway, Raticate, we haven't seen this yet. Well, we have 4 times, but you guys haven't. So, Kai and Andy, explain Raticate.
It's the evolution of Rattata. And that's not even a high enough level to evolve.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah. That happens in Pokemon, it's confusing.
Yeah, one of the Pidgey's level 16.
Yeah. Pidgeot's level 18.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure Pidgeot's level 16.
Nope.
Oh, what?
I don't think so. It might
Level
do. I think it's
Actually,
18.
no, I think you're right there, actually. No, I think you're right.
Indeed I am. Anyway, welcome to Vermillion City. There's 2 items I want to grab off the bat. First is in here. We do like to fish. And he gives us the old rod.
You can tell because of his numerous vowels in the word love.
He loves to fish, tell you what.
Fish.
Anyway, the old rod. You can catch 2 things with the old rod. First is the mighty Magikarp.
Mighty.
Kai, explain Magikarp.
It's a goldfish. Yeah, it's a goldfish.
Any other insights you can give us?
It just generally sucks because it only knows splash until level 15. Is it 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. And even when it stops not sucking so hard at 15, it still sucks.
What if I can't catch this Magikarp? Yeah, basically Magikarp only knows Splash until level 15, which does absolutely nothing. Which is kind of saddening. I'm going to catch it just because it's fairly funny. But yeah, I mean Magikarp is... sort of, legend has it it's the worst Pokemon. Or at least Pokemon Legend. Good grief, is this thing really that hard to catch? I'm soon just running or killing it. It's a great big waste of time. Yeah, Magikarp is terrible. Although at level 20 it evolves into Magikarp? Evolves into Gyarados.
Magikarp section.
Magikarp. It evolves into Gyarados, and Gyarados is a beast. Especially in later games after the physical special split. See, even the Pokédex makes fun of Magikarp. And rightly so, it's terrible. But Gyarados is a monster. So, you know, if you feel like it. The other Pokemon you can catch with the Old Rod is Tentacool. It's a lot less common than Magikarp.
I'm not sure you can.
I'm pretty sure you can. Anyway, I want to do the Tentacool bio anyway. Andy, talk about Tentacool.
It's a jellyfish with, yeah, that's about it.
No, you're being a bit unkind to Tentacool. It's actually, for such a common Pokemon, it's actually not terrible.
I don't know. I've never used it, and it's always annoying as hell, because always loads of confusing stuff and poison stuff. And
It is the Zubat of the sea. Water. We'll go over Tentacool a bit more when we actually see one, but they're not a bad special wall if you want to pick one up. Anyway, this girl gives us an item that I didn't even know was in this game, or here. It's the Versus Seeker. It's a really good little item, actually. You run around, it charges up, then you use it, and any trainers who you can see on the screen you've already fought, they may suddenly decide to battle you again. Which is nice, because quite often they have higher level Pokemon than they did before, so you can basically use it to grind. Which you may have to be doing, judging by how poor our performance against Misty was. Anyway, as I make more progress, this house, the Pokemon Fan Club, with a mighty 4 members. That girl is a seal. Yeah, we'll talk to the man with the funny hat. I think we came to hear about his Pokemon. We surely did. Ah, Kai, it's your favourite.
Oh yeah, Rapidash. You can tell by the elation in my voice.
Yeah. Would you describe it as cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing? You think so? Oh yes, it's stunning, kindly, love it, hug it when sleeping, warm and cuddly, spectacular, ravishing.
Is there an option for neither of the above?
How about oops?
Oops. No, it's warm. I'll give it that.
Oops, as in oops, I picked a Rapidash from my team.
It's not oops, it was deliberate, because I didn't have anything else.
Anyway, in the Pokemon world, people give you bikes for listening to them. So, there you go. It's a world of infinite charity. Yep, he gave us the bike voucher. We can take that back to Cerulean and exchange it for a bike at the bike shop.
When you buy a bike, you can buy one if you have enough money, but it's...
I think it's impossible to have that much money.
Oh, really?
The money caps out. Yeah. Anyway, this girl is worth mentioning because she will trade you a Spearow for a Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd, to give it a bio, is terrible. Don't bother using it. It's dreadful. It doesn't evolve, has terrible stats, learns terrible moves. But this is the only place in the whole game to get a Farfetch'd. So if you want one for the Pokédex, that's what you got to do. Catch up a Spearow, get on that. We could go out that way. Takes us out towards Route 11 where there's some trainers, but we can't get any further than Route 11. So I'll probably be covering that route off screen, I'd imagine. Obviously there's an item over there. And this is Diglett's Cave, which we'll be covering in a little bit. But first, we have the infinitely more exciting SS Anne. And we flash the ticket.
I did giggle that time.
I'm pleased. I was waiting to see if you would.
It's just because this is like the 4th time we've been to this place.
But we still haven't figured out where our cabin is. It's here somewhere.
I'm sure it's the one opposite the...
What, there?
Yeah, that one. No.
No.
Maybe it's the one next to it.
Do we even get a cabin this one? Maybe I'm just thinking of other games. Oh, well, that's awkward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't get a cabin in this one, actually. That kind of sucks. Yeah. Yes. Anyway,
Gentleman Arthur.
there are trainers in these cabins. They want to fight you. They're just... Basically, they're all avoidable if you don't go into any of the cabins, and none of them are particularly difficult. So, what we're probably going to do is... I'll go through the ship and show you most of the exciting stuff that doesn't involve battling, and then we'll, off-screen, grind up all of the trainers that you don't want to see because they're boring, make note of any items we find in the cabins, and we'll meet you... then we will meet you at the end of this ship, which has fantastic music. I had to mention that. Also, Pikachu's got to level 22.
Sick one.
His defense still hasn't gone up.
Yeah, but is it speed?
Yeah, its speed went up.
Not amazing.
It's just kind of amazing. I'll give you that. Anyway, this guy has Nidorans. Nidorans are boring.
I love how in this game they're still like named Nidoran female and Nidoran male.
Well, I think it's because they're specific species called Nidoran female and Nidoran male.
Yeah, I mean, like if you looked at the name, like the gender icon was still in black rather than the blue and pink.
Yeah, it's because it's called Nidoran male. That's its name.
I don't know.
God damn it, Andy.
Yeah.
Is this where we actually have to go? I'm not sure. This is the way we actually have to go. Right, don't go that way, basically, until you've explored the rest of the ship.
I remember why not.
You do remember why not. Is this the top of the boat? I'm so lost. Yeah, this is the top of the boat, right. Now, there's one specific room I want to show off before we cut.
Good luck finding it.
We could be here for a while.
I think is it just down here? Oh, it's just down here. That makes me sad. Yes, this is the kitchens, and in these bins, there are berries.
I'm sure you found leftovers in one of these bins
No,
in the
there
original.
used to be a great ball, but they've replaced them with berries.
There's definitely leftovers in one of them.
No, it's not. The great ball's over here now. It's not. You're wrong. You are 100% wrong. Anyway, we are going to cut here, and we'll meet you once we've beaten all the trainers and made a note of all the items over by that area I said don't go to. Just a word of warning, there are also trainers out on the deck of the ship, so don't wander out there weak and then get ambushed and fail. Anyway, we'll see you in a second. And welcome back. So we went through the entirety of the SS Anne, beat all the trainers and got all the items. Kai, what items did we collect? You were keeping a list.
Oh yeah. We collected...
Professionalism!
Clearly I've been keeping a list. We collected TM44 rest. So did we collect that?
We did collect that.
An ether, or I guess.
Yes, ether and brick break. I don't know which TM that was. We collected.
Oh yeah, 31.
TM31 brick break is an excellent move, which we might teach Mankey, but not right now.
We got our hyper potion, super potion.
Hyper potion, super potion, the
three
ether,
berries.
3 berries, which we showed on screen already, and the X attack.
Great ball.
And a great ball, which you already showed as well.
Stardust.
And a Stardust, indeed, yeah. I think that's all of them. And as you see, we've got some levels. Kasame's level 23, Pikachu's level 24, and Maggie's level 25. There are lots of water Pokemon in this ship. And I'm going to put this up in text before the cut as well, but you can also go back to the woman standing by the bed in the second cabin from the right when you first get onto the ship, and talk to her and she'll heal your Pokemon up. So that's your cabin we were looking for that heals you up. Anyway,
that's the opposite one, isn't it? The one that I said.
It's very near the one you said. Yes, you were nearly right. Anyway, we have to go up here because Jackash, again. Apparently he's caught 40 kinds of Pokemon.
But he doesn't
Is it even
even
possible
six in
to
his
have
party.
40 kinds at this point?
Doesn't even have 6 in his party.
Yeah, I know, it's confusing. Yeah, I mean, he's a bit more threatening than he was last time. He's still nothing particularly special, I'd say. It's alright. I mean, I don't think he has, like, specific rival music for the battle, which is kind of a shame.
Rather saddening.
He's got excellent music outside of battle, but... Yeah. Anyway, the Pidgeotto will generally try to hit you with Sand Attack to just make you a bit more annoyed, and then just repeatedly spam Gust, or if it's in trouble, use Whirlwind, which will force your Pokemon to switch out. Here comes the Wartortle. If Pikachu does not kill this...
Well, Wartortle's the second evolution, so...
Yes, but it's also Water type, and weaker than Pikachu in levels.
Yeah, but...
Anyway, someone give a buy with Wartortle. Andy, and speak up from your cave.
It is the evolution of Squirtle, if that wasn't immediately obvious. I don't really know what else to say about it, really. It's...
Oh, crit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's turned a fetching shade of purple.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a sort of cooler Squirtle. Yeah. I mean, it's got all the same strengths and weaknesses as Squirtle. Same type, pure water. High defense, and it'll quite often use Withdraw to improve that. But if you can come after it with a fairly powerful electric type or grass type Pokemon, it's not too much of a threat. It doesn't know that great moves, although it does know Water Gun, so watch out if you're trying to use Fire or Rock or Ground.
Shouldn't know Bubble Beam, shouldn't it?
Is it Bubble Beam or Water Gun? Maybe it's Bubble Beam. If it knows Bubble Beam, that's slightly more threatening, actually. I'm not sure. To be honest, it's supposed to be their job to be giving me detailed bios and movesets, but...
I've given up on my laptop, so I've just sort of...
and getting Kai to do anything at all requires bribery. So.
Yes. Well, not bribery, just like something that makes it like worth my while, as it were.
But so that sounds a bit seedy, quite frankly. Now here comes Kadabra, which is actually probably the most threatening member of his team, because the Abra has evolved, and now it knows actual moves.
Now it doesn't only know Teleport.
Yeah, which is a threat. Kai, explain why it is a threat, and please don't get this wrong.
I wasn't really...
Why is Kadabra a threat?
I was like, yes, I was paying
Useless
attention.
child.
Just because it has mad high special attack,
Yeah.
and it actually knows something other than teleport.
Yeah, basically Kadabra will...
Like a bed spooned with his mind.
As we can see, Kadabra is a bit of a tool. It'll drop Kinesis to lower your accuracy, Disable to stop you using your good moves, and will then hit you with Confusion, which is augmented by its massive special attack. If that had been Mankey or Pikachu, I doubt they would have survived.
Ain't Mankey's a boss.
Yes.
Missed the first attack.
Yes. Oh, come on, Charmeleon. God, Kasabian. Oh, damn this Kadabra. However, if you're using Kadabra on your own team, especially if you're playing it on an actual Game Boy and can trade it, Kadabra in its evolved form, even more so, I can't do that, are absolutely amazing. They're fast and they hit like trains.
I love how when you say Game Boy, what immediately comes to mind is just the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Everything else had like its own.
What, the Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance. To some extent, the Game Boy SP, but then since then it's just been the Nintendo DS and the...
Yeah. Well, the DS wasn't a Game Boy. Like, the end of the Game Boy was the Game Boy Micro.
I always picture that like clear casing
Oh, what, on the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance?
on both.
Alright. I picture my green Game Boy Color, actually.
I
Still
picture-
works. Still works.
I'm pretty sure I'm sure I had a green one as well.
I have that horrible purple colour somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Late 90s and early 2000s video game consoles.
I remember seeing a game, like an original Game Boy. I think all my friends from back home had one.
What, it's about the size of a brick and weighs
Yeah.
about the same?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Anyway, not talking about outdated video game hardware, and instead focusing on the game. For beating Jackash, we're allowed to go and see the C6 Sailor, who gives us Cut, the TM. The TM? The HM, Hidden Machine. Difference between TMs and HMs is that you can use an HM multiple times, you never lose it, which is important because HMs can be used out in the field to basically affect the landscape. So with Cut, we can cut down that small tree to get to the gym. However, we get to say goodbye to the SS Anne and the fantastic music.
I'm not going to try to replicate the music because I just don't know what it is.
It's not playing the SS Anne music right now. It just plays like gentle water music.
That's a bit boring.
Yeah, the SS Anne music is amazing. Anyway, and it kicks us out. So, we've actually done quite a lot on this episode, although it's taken us quite a long time to actually get there.
Best part of an hour.
Has been, actually, yeah. Whew. Sure, tell you what, work. Can't be having any of that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode of Orc Plays Pokemon Leaf Green. I'm sure the other two agree with me. That they're not that ungrateful. I was a skeptical gamer. They were...
Useless. Horrible.
I was gonna go with Orc, but
I thought we'd finally settled on an outro.
what, awkward?
Yeah. I thought you quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I thought it was your one. I thought it was your one moment where you get to actually inject a little bit of personality into this.
It was more the fact that we tried to do it on every single episode prior to this and just didn't.
Anyway, before we waste everyone's valuable time, outro. I was a skeptical gamer. They were
Orc.
Were much
and this was
much
Pokemon
awkwardness
Leaf
was
Green.
had on that day.
We'll see you next time. Damn you all to hell! All I ask for is consistency. Consistency and just a little bit of professionalism.